It was a game for the record books as North Central takes down Elmhurst 51-10. But the week most fans have been waiting for is upon us as the Cardinals take on their historic rivals, the Wheaton College Thunder, on Saturday. Before you watch the battle for the Little Brass Bell, there's only one place you can catch all the action, right here on the Red Zone. Welcome to another edition of the Red Zone. I'm Marc Dahlquist. With me is head coach John Thorne. Coach, after a slow start, the team really seemed to hit its stride in their 51-10 win against Elmhurst.
Well, you know, everybody keeps coming out with a different wrinkle to their defense that they haven't shown on film. And so it's, especially with a young quarterback, you know, and they want to try and create some confusion and so forth. So it takes a little while to adjust to what they're doing, and then things, you know, really started to flow. But the defense came out and played really hard from the very beginning and got another pick six, so it was a fun night.
That pick six was impressive, tying a national Division III record for the most interception returns in a year.
It's unbelievable, and our JV guys have 4 pick sixes for touchdowns, so that's 10 for the whole program for this year. And you know, usually you take about 5 years before you have 10 of them. So
right.
It's really been a fun thing, and the guys are excited about it and looking forward to getting some more before the year's over.
Well, the Red Zone was there to see every record-breaking play. In case you missed it, let's go to the highlight. North Central College Cardinals taking the field at Benedetti Worley Stadium as they take on leading rusher in the conference, Scotty Williams, and the Elmhurst Blue Jays. We jump to the second quarter, Cardinals up 6-3. Tyler Dicken, poised in the pocket, finds Nick Hicks for the 14-yard grab to move into Blue Jay territory. Dicken and Hicks connected 7 times on the day for 118 yards, 23 coming on this pass and catch to the Elmhurst 3-yard line. Jordan Tassio would cap off the drive, diving in from 3 yards out, and the Cardinals find the end zone and move ahead 13-3. After a forced turnover, the Cardinals have a short field, and Dicken would find tight end Alex Hahn, who bulldozes his way in for the 21-yard touchdown catch. Cardinals up 23-3 at halftime. Ground game working for the Cardinals too. Nick Kukoc had 141 yards on 18 carries. This 17-yard gain moves the Cardinals into Blue Jay territory midway through the third. Tassio again finishing off the drive from 7 yards out. He gets some high fives from the alumni, and the Cardinals now lead 30-3. But the play of the day came in the fourth quarter as Joe Furco throwing left, but Josh Mitchell right there to step in front of it for the interception, and the Cardinal defense doing what they do so well as Mitchell follows his blockers for the Cardinals' 6th interception return for a touchdown this season, tying a national Division III record. And the Cardinals go on to victory, taking down Elmhurst 51-10. Coach, talk about the adjustments you guys have to make on offense when teams are throwing different schemes at you to start the game.
Well, this week it was they were going to just jam the inside and try and take trap away from us, which we've had some great plays in trap for the last several years. And eventually we just started running the outside zone and got some great, you know, some huge runs for the running backs. We also play a lot of speed option, and they did a really good job of rolling a safety down to get an extra guy at the point of attack. And it was a different guy than what they'd normally rolled. So we made a couple blocking assignment mistakes because we just weren't expecting that guy to be there.
Right.
So it was a little game of chess. It was kind of fun to work it out and have the guys still, you know, crank out 51 points.
And talk about the defense. I mean, 17 interceptions on the year, 6 go back for touchdowns. How does this unit turn into an offensive unit so well when they get the ball in their hands?
You know, the coaches and the players have really worked hard at what do you do as soon as a turnover takes place. And the key is the defensive line, they have to account for the quarterback. and they're doing such a great job because he's the first guy that realizes, hey, that thing got picked. He's got the best angle. If you get him blocked, it makes it really hard for the rest of their people to get back there. Then the second phase is for the other defensive linemen to just sort of pick off some of those offensive linemen that are on that side of the return. And boy, they've just done a great job of it. And then the other kids just run fast and try to get back in, position where they can pick off somebody. And it's just been amazing to watch. I mean, they're directing traffic. Valente was, hey, come over here. I got this guy. You go. And
looking like a quarterback calling audibles almost on the defense.
That's right. It was really fun to watch the return.
So talk about the speed of the game. You emphasize speed on your team, and Elmhurst seemed to be one of the teams in the conference that pretty closely matched the Cardinals in speed. They
do have some really fast guys, and so that made it a little bit different than some of the teams that we play. But everybody in our conference is starting to get a little faster. And this weekend, Wheaton, they always have good speed too, so it's going to be an exciting game this weekend. But college football, it's all about speed, not how big and all that stuff. If you're not fast enough, you're going to run into problems in college football games. And we really seem to see that, especially on your defensive line. You guys have guys that really pride themselves in being quick off the ball. Oh my gosh, they work on it day after day after day. And then not only do you have to get that jump and be quick, but you've got to read what the linemen are trying to do in front of you. Right. And you're moving full speed. Now you've got to make a quick move with your hands to knock off their hands and get around them, or to, jam them, hold them up. And our guys are very good at it right now. Well, the Blue Jays may be one of the teams in the conference that can compare to the Cardinals in speed, but last Saturday the Cardinals showed them they were one step ahead. That's a focus in this week's What's the Word?
Well, we see it in practice every week and stuff, and just getting ready for that speed is just with ourselves and stuff gets us ready for these types of games. And you can see other teams are fast too. You're still mortal, but at the same time, you prepare for it and you do the right things to get yourself in those positions. So.
Well, their defense, they were very quick. They get to the ball. They were covering our wide receivers pretty well, and I wasn't able to outflank them. I mean, I'm more of an outside guy, and in other games I'm able to get outside and around people, but they did a great job of good pursuit angle and making tackles.
Coach Lester recruits a lot from Florida. He actually recruited me to come here. I mean, speed is college football. That's basically what it is. And if you want to, have an explosive offense and an explosive team, you have to have speed. Big guys are, going to be in the trenches, but if you don't have speed in the outsides, it's going to be a tough game for you.
I do think Elmhurst has got some good speed. We went into the game plan-wise. We knew we had to slow down the running game. This was going to be the best running game that we faced all year. I think, effectively took that out of the books. We knew number 4 was a heck of a receiver, and Furco could beat us with his feet. So we pulled him up a few times. I think there's very few teams that are going to be as fast as us. They're close, but they're not there yet.
What is this week like? When you see Wheaton on the schedule on Saturday?
Well, it's my favorite game. I wished we could play Wheaton every week because it's always a great game. The atmosphere is just electric. There's tons of excitement. There's all kinds of enthusiasm from players, coaches, fans, everybody. And so this is the kind of game that we wait for, and we're happy it's Wheaton week, and we always know it's going to be a huge challenge. They've won, in the 10 years that I've been here, they've won 5, we've only won 4. So this is an important game for us to try and get that evened out. So it's going to be fast-paced. There should be a lot of exciting plays on special teams. They're a great kickoff return team, so we really have to be careful of that. Offensively, they're having a hard time running the ball, but they're throwing the ball very well. Right. But we're intercepting the ball very well, so that's going to be a really tremendous matchup. Plus, our guys love getting after the quarterback, and if they're going to pass a lot, you have more opportunities to run some of your little stunts to make it tough for the offensive line. And then on the offensive side for us, we, of course, love to run the ball and allow play-action passes. And their defense is totally blitzing, try to fool you all the time defense. So that's going to be very exciting, too, because when sometimes you blitz right into the trapper and this gigantic hole opens up, you know. So we're looking forward to seeing some huge plays from our running backs, but also some great throws and catches by the receivers because they're in zero coverage a lot. You know, a lot of man-to-man.
Well, and you mentioned there should be some excitement on special teams, and there was some excitement on special teams this past weekend, too. You guys forced 2 fumbles, 1 on a punt, 1 on a kickoff.
Right.
What was working well for those units?
Well, you know, that's 2 weeks in a row that we've got a punt where the returner from the other team had trouble handling it, and we recovered it.
Right.
I mean, usually you get maybe one of those every 5 years or something, so to have it back-to-back weeks and then to follow it with 1 on the kickoff team too, I think that just says our guys are really focusing on the ball and trying to create a turnover, and they're having fun with it. So hopefully it happens again.
Well, it's fun to watch. Stick around, because after the break, Coach and I will be joined by one of the defensive captains and the new kid on the block on offense. Keep it right here on the Red Zone.